Welcome to podcast episode 2. Not consistent. We are about one month plus. But good thing is we didn't give you all a timeline, which means we are not letting anybody down. No expectations. We're just doing it when we are free, having a good time. 1 Indian, 2 Chinese people. Woo. Alright. So today we finally got a bit more organized. So we have we actually planned this out. We segmented this, and we caught up over a nice Sunday breakfast. Because we're in the 30s now, I think that's just what we do. We meet up 9 o'clock, have some
morning,
good breakfast at a mama shop, talk about life, and then we come and do a podcast.
Talk about shit happening.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with a bit of an emotional topic lah. Okay, it's gonna be about our cars, and the question here is, what is the most memorable experience you have with a car? Some context, all three of us are closely bonded to motorsport, grassroots motorsports. None of us are legit. But that's how a lot, Shuning and I grew closer from there. Brian and I met there, and then that's how this bond came along. And clearly there's something right with grassroots motorsports because it keeps this kind of thing going. So I think there's a lot there, and let's discuss. Start with Shuning. Way to put him on the spot.
Yeah, so I haven't actually joined as much motorsport events as the two of them. My first event I actually went to was actually also an autocross. I think Damesh was joining. I wasn't joining legitly, but after the event ended, he brought me in and we just did a lap just for fun. To experience it.
When was this?
Quite some time ago. I think that time they did a autocross event at MAPS, MNEPS.
Oh.
Then I think you were working as a marshal or something. I was there to watch. Then when everything ended, you said try lah. Then we just went in for one round.
Which car?
My CRZ.
Oh, nice. Why don't I remember this?
That
but I'm glad that is a memory, man.
That was the only time I joined the autocross lah. Then after that it was the Suchimuchi time attack at MIMC.
My proudest, I gotta cut him off. My proudest moment, I've been convincing him for years and years and years to get into some kind of track racing. I had done it that time a couple of years, and I was like, finally I got him in. It was my proudest moment.
I think Suchimuchi is where 3 of us met, right?
Yeah. That's where the two of you get to know each other.
We knew each other, like I've seen this guy before around the track, but full on conversation, no, because we were on and off the same category.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't remember how we got along. I don't remember.
It's just vibes.
Was it through Dingen?
It's either Dingen or Nikki.
I don't think it's
name
Nikki.
drop. No, because I
know Nikki from you. I know Nikki through you. I know Nikki through the both.
Then I don't know, because I know I walk around the pits, and then I think I would have just, maybe we just spoke like that, maybe, or we were just bumping into each other, because we both generally.
Maybe because I drove a Satya as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, back to.
No, we can just continue like this. But I'm more curious on how Brian started motorsport actually, because we didn't know him
actually
before.
Yeah.
When we met, he was already full on in motorsports.
A veteran.
Yeah.
No.
It's an OG.
So how did it started? Actually, since young I was always into cars and motorsports, whatever that has 4 wheels and an engine actually, not necessarily cars. But so I wanted to start racing because that's something that I wanted to do for a long time. And about 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to get another car. So I got a used Satya for 5,000, and that's how I started my motorsports journey. And I think
At what age was that?
That was 5 years ago, so maybe 26. When I was 25 or 26. I was working with a lubricant company.
Durex?
No. Engine lubricant company. I was working with Camlube.
Oh yeah.
And I got to know a workshop that does a lot of racing. Eric, not sure if you guys know him lah. So he's a specialist in VTECs and 4Gs. So he was my client, so I always visit him, and then visits became friends, and then he introduced me to time attack events. So that's how everything started snowballing. So my first event was in 2017 or 2018-ish. Yeah, that's how I got into grassroots events and also time attacks.
That means you actually started maybe a year or two earlier than me, and that's it.
When did you start? You started before me,
Okay,
right?
I started before you because I got my license in 2011. 2012 was my first race.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
shit.
Yeah, I got the E36 that time. What?
That was in college
AP,
years already,
yeah.
You got your license so late, man. I remember.
No, I got my license late.
Oh, I didn't know
2011. Okay, 2010 we did SPM. 2011 I got my license.
Oh,
The
okay.
E36 I got in 2012. I got it in about April. I
Mhm.
raced it in June.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that time was when they were having frequent events at Bukit
Bukit
Jalil
Jalil,
Stadium,
yeah.
and we studied at Bukit Jalil.
Oh.
So this event was going on. I saw them do the setup a couple of days before, and then I saw some posts online like randomly, and then I saw one of it wasn't just inviting people to come and see. One of it was if you want to take part. So I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want to take part in something. So I went there, then just PM, and then the guy told you just have to pay this and then to join, and I was like, oh, that's how it works. Okay, because I didn't know what was legit racing. I didn't know what this was supposed to be. I never heard of Gymkhana in the first place. Autocross, Gymkhana, just not stuff we heard. I didn't hear of it before. As much as I was into cars and all that, never heard of that. So all I thought was racing is expensive,
I
serious
heard
stuff.
about Gymkhana after you joined Gymkhana events.
So your first event is a Gymkhana event.
It was a Gymkhana event.
So you started
Gymkhana.
from Gymkhana.
Yeah, for me, that's why my driving style has always been that way.
Yeah.
It's always
I think
been
it
the
makes
somewhat
yeah.
aggressive, because I literally, if you think about it, I learned driving from
Yeah.
there, you know. So it's not like I was already driving and then I learned to do it fast or here and there.
I think it makes a lot of sense because if you started from Gymkhana, the only way not the only way, the first way of driving fast for you is to slide the car around.
Yeah,
And
because
to
it
be
is the
aggressive.
faster way. Yeah, to turn in a bit hard, so you flick it in, so that it's like the tail comes
Exactly.
out and then it sets you up. That has always been
Yeah.
the way I actually learned.
I think that's why
So to unlearn that was hard when I went into
Yeah.
circuit racing.
I think that's why our driving style is so different. Because you started from Gymkhana.
It was the exact opposite.
You
for
should,
The exact
both.
opposite.
if you all ever get a chance,
Yeah.
right, you see Brian and me drive, it's so obvious that it's two different people.
Yeah.
It's completely different. Brian is as smooth as it gets.
Yeah.
Like he's really smooth. Right, MMC will always just watch perfect turn in, perfect
Yeah.
turn out, no rep limiter bashing. I
Yeah.
only bash the
I
rep
think that's the
limiter.
difference because I started from proper track like time
Ah.
attacks and all, and this further
Maybe
started
different.
from
Yeah.
Gymkhana.
This,
Yeah.
Actually, right, this quite interesting to see the difference. Like that's
How
how
you
big,
started,
Yeah,
and then
how
how
big a
you
difference it
progressed.
makes. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Me, I'm in between. I just drive. That's why I'm not too aggressive. not
Actually,
too
yeah, I
smooth
would
at the
say,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Brian
That's
and I are at the extremities.
Yeah.
Okay, he's super smooth. I'm super stupid aggressive. He's figuring out how to not
Yeah.
fuck up and all that.
That's why we're always telling Shunan to drive more aggressive.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
afraid.
You're-
just
you're
drive
probably
more
just-
aggressive.
I'm
On the-
aggressive
on the
at
safer side.
Yeah,
But you're there already.
that's why I still need to go back for more time attack.
You need more
Yeah,
seat time.
We
No.
We need
We
more
all
seat
need
time.
more seat
No,
time.
no. We need more fundings.
That funding equals
Mm.
seat time.
That's the sad part about it.
It'll come.
But how many times have you driven in Sepang?
Twice.
Twice.
In a car competing twice.
Your own car?
Yeah. twice.
Competing?
Competing as in like you actually doing something for yourself.
Ah.
I've driven around Sepang for all the other auto
The other
stuff
events
before.
lah.
Yeah.
Have you driven in Sepang?
No.
See?
I haven't
Dude,
driven inside.
Not your car. Oh
No.
yeah, actually yeah.
Not
yeah,
any
yeah.
car.
Not any car. I've been there to watch only. I haven't even
Shotgun?
No.
Not even shotgun?
But he's got
Serious?
seat time in Assetto Corsa lah.
Assetto Corsa only lor.
But it's been some time also, so I don't think.
Dude, that's
I
why-
managed to.
That's why I was saying we need to
Yeah.
bring him to Sepang.
Yeah.
We need to experience
Literally.
a proper international track. It's a very different feeling, seriously. It's a very
It's a
different
nice
feeling.
track, you know. Damn nice track.
Yeah, because it's clean. I think the tarmac is slightly different than the normal
Oh yeah.
normal
Yeah, yeah.
It's
pavements.
grippier and
It's grippier,
It
yeah.
sucks up moisture better.
Yeah, it is grippier.
Damn. You
Shit.
gotta do it, man. This
Yeah.
year lah.
this year.
There's only like 3 more months for this
Yeah,
year.
I know. I don't know where Ramya coming out itself.
But definitely not with my car, because my brakes is definitely not in track condition.
What we can do is, because Ramya needs testing. Like, she needs actual testing. Right? So, you can just do laps lah.
Straight away do
Buy a
laps
second
in
set of brake
Sepang.
pads and all that.
But you need to run in your car also, right?
After that lah.
Yeah.
So, in about 2-3 years time. At this point.
I think
She went in
What the hell?
2021.
running in is the easy part.
Running in is a couple of days max. man.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days.
I
max.
would like Thursday, Friday work from home, right? Wednesday night, good night.
Work from car, his laptop will be beside. People
Yeah.
thought
People
he's
thought you're
tuning
tuning.
his
Yeah,
car.
no aircon, no aircon, you know, danger manifold.
No aircon. Damn.
Yeah.
We know lah, when his car comes out, Rama comes out, we just buy him those USB fan or whatnot, then he can just put it in the car.
Oh yeah, the Chinese uncle taxi fans, right?
Hey, no lah, buy
taxi.
me the
The blue
foil
colour one.
so that I can stick to the, you know, that I'm like race car.
NASCAR.
No, but you
NASCAR.
need fan when the car is stationary also.
True.
But without aircon, you'll be quite troublesome when it rains. Because you
Quite
start
is
to
an
fog.
understatement.
Yeah, you start to fog.
Yeah.
Your windscreen starts to fog, and then you'll be. damn
But
hard to
that's why
drive.
that was part of my commitment to the fact that, okay, stop messing around with Ramya, like make Ramya actually a track car.
Like actually
Because she
a
has
race
very
car.
nice body.
She has a very nice body.
It is.
Mm.
For context, Ramya Sesatria. Everybody watching this knows that my car is named Ramya, right? So if you still don't know, then welcome to the channel.
Everyone has a name for their cars.
Yeah, that's true.
We have Ramya, we have
He doesn't have a
Scarlett,
name.
I doesn't exactly have one, I just call it Jenna since the number plate.
Oh,
Jen,
Yeah.
Jenna,
Jen.
Jen, Jenn,
okay lah.
Jen. Huh, that's a nice name. Sounds like a porn star name. Okay. So,
So that's falling in love with cars. For
Getting into
to lay it out, he's got a CRZ, he's got a Jetta, I've got Ramya.
Go green hybrid, yeah.
no hybrids. Oops.
No, I don't think hybrid is. I don't know, but hybrid is still better before going electric lah, I guess, at the moment.
Say no.
If
to
you're
that.
gonna
There's
go
no
down
range
that
anxiety for hybrids.
Ah? Oh,
There's
there is no, yes.
no.
yes.
I don't like EVs. Sorry to whoever's watching, but I just don't like the idea of EVs.
Technically, he's saying he don't like the earth. Yeah.
Oh, I love the Earth, but I just don't
Just
like
not
EVs.
how to go around it.
Yeah, I just can't imagine driving an EV with fake sound.
Yeah.
No
even
vibrations.
BMWs, it's still sound. It's sound piped in.
It's a fake
So
sound.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's nice to drive, I guess, but I find it very hard to continue that sentence.
For daily practical use, yes lah. But for enjoyment, driving pleasure,
The thing is, I would like to have some of that in my daily.
some
That
the driving
yeah.
factor.
If not, right, because your daily life is
Technically,
your daily
80%
life,
of
right?
your
It's
driving.
already work and all that. So you want something nice, and something nice isn't just good aircon, nice interior. For us, lah. Safe to say, for us, those who actually bother to listen to this as well are chances are that you're actually into cars and like some kind of actual driving kind of thing. So kind of matters. I'm not saying we're not talking anti-bike acceleration
No,
here.
no,
So
no.
clearly we are all well aware that it's going to be way faster than anything. Like the new Model 3,
Yeah, the
3,
new
right?
Model 3.
4.4 seconds for
Mm.
220,000. Second hand also hard to find something like that. And M3 or M4, they barely do 4 seconds and they're still about 300k, 300 plus. M2 competition.
And
It's
the,
still not going to be fast enough.
and the range for the Model 3 long range
630.
claimed 630.
So in the
assuming
real world, 500 plus.
550 lah.
Which
assuming.
is
more
less,
than enough.
yeah, 220k, 550, right? That's not something to make fun of, but that is good. But this is facts on paper kind of thing, lah. Like to sell the case of EVs, it would work.
I think for car guys, not necessarily car enthusiasts or racers or whatever, I think most of us just can't accept an EV
Yeah.
as a daily driver. I mean, yeah, we like the practicality. It's quiet, it's comfortable to drive, but it lacks even the most basic excitement
Yeah.
of a internal combustion car. You don't get the vibration, you don't get the acceleration. I mean, both of you know me. I can't even accept a car that is CVT. Sorry to all CVT owners. So EV will definitely not be something for me.
maybe it's the case of because now we have options. Like we have other combustion options.
I don't think combustion engines will die so soon, right?
No, I think we'll die before they die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they will greatly reduce.
Yeah.
If you think about it, by 2030 or is it 2035, Volvo is only doing electrics.
Yep.
BMW, they're not going to have full combustion anymore. It's going to be minimum is hybrid. So it pains me. It pains me, but we'll still be alive for that. I cannot accept that there's not going to be a pure petrol BM out there.
It will all be second hand. I think
Which
the
means
prices
it's
for
gonna
all
be-
these petrol car might go up.
Yeah. Especially the first 15 years after the conversion, because isn't that what every phase that happens at every phase when there's a huge shift going on?
But I
right?
think it might go up only for very specific cars.
The
And
good
only
ones
to a
lah.
very specific market.
So every BMW ever made will go up in value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Hey, but it's going to probably not the F80 onwards like us. They are so great.
I mean, it's already happening now, what, even for classic cars.
yeah.
Like, even like the E30s.
The E90 M3.
Yeah, the E90s.
230k cash
Exactly.
for the
exactly.
15-year-old car, slightly more.
I mean, not only BMWs, like, even like Japanese cars, the NA1 NSXs, they are going for like what?
I think that's a
Five-
good example.
See, yeah,
600,000.
230 for E90 M3. Or would you
NSX
get
is-
212 for Model 3?
M3 or any day.
Model 3 M3 is what I want.
It's M3 as well, it's Model 3.
Exactly.
An M3. I would get an M3 all day on, like, no questions asked, period.
So I think we've made that clear, our stand. I think that that also nicely wraps up the segue from what we love about cars and then what we clearly do not love about what's coming at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to the second part of our podcast now, and this is going to be something recurring every week. Not every week, every episode. Okay, I'm not promising you fuckers anything. Okay, every episode we're going to do this, and it's going to keep shifting around. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this person. We're going to describe this person, and then we're going to give this person a budget, and then they're going to come to three of us for advice
Mm-hmm.
on what kind of cars they should get. Okay, so every week this scenario and this person is going to change, and then three of us will answer, and then you guys can also answer. Let us know what your answer is or whatever the scenario should be. So for this week, this fantasy person, okay, this person is reaching the next phase of their life. Okay, this guy or girl, okay, gonna settle down, but not yet. Gonna settle down in a couple of years, which means about 2 years, like, give or take. Minimal investments at the moment, other than a house. The house is shared with the partner, and they need at least 2 cars at home. One needs to be practical. One needs to be something that satisfies the craving for a drive. Okay, so the requirements here is it's 2 cars. Oh shit! I actually forgot to intro this. It's called What Buy. This segment is called What Buy.
What buy?
Okay, because that's how Malaysians be like, "You got 100k, buy what?" So we decided to flip it a bit and go like, "What buy?"
What buy? Yeah?
What buy?
What buy?
Yeah, cause cheap buy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give it 200k.
200k for
200k
2 cars.
for 2 cars.
That would be.
Or is that too low?
I think it's a bit low with the current car prices, right? Ever
Assuming
since
both
the
is going on financing lah.
Because even with all the inflation and all, let's say, because if you say moving on to the next phase, I'm assuming he's looking at C segments, right?
Probably.
C segments are.
No, we don't want to narrow that down yet.
Okay.
We just give the budget.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put it at 300k, both to go on loan lah. Okay, we're not playing a cash game here. Okay,
So it doesn't matter if it's a new car or a used car, right?
you're free to propose.
300,000 for someone who is getting married in 3 years and assuming he would have a baby in 3 years' time, right? That's about it, right?
Yeah.
They already have a house.
So there are some bigger commitments coming. There's already a house, which means there are payments there, and there will be things to do on the house, of course, etc.
So there's no other criterias?
No other criteria other than this person likes cars as well.
Oh.
So
okay.
there is a challenge to actually have something engaging. And mind you, 300k for 2 vehicles is a small budget when you think about it. Not cash stuff. And being able to tahan lasa, longevity, not a problematic thing.
So he needs a family car for sure.
Okay.
I think that should be his priority.
Your call?
Family car. Okay, let's say 300,000.
Okay.
I mean, for you personally, would you allocate more budget for the fun car or
Yes.
more budget for the family car?
Yes.
I think that's the biggest question. Yeah. Would you do like 200, 100, or 150, 150, or 170, 130?
No, you answer your part, then I'll answer mine.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? If it's me, right, I think if you have a bit of the cash flow, right, you might actually like 100k for the fun car is more than enough, because you could, let's say, you can get an E36,
Not wrong.
or you can just get a Satya or whatnot.
Oh, 100k is a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
If
That's
you're
why.
talking
So it
about
depends
that
what your
direction.
perspective of
Yeah,
fun car
exactly,
is. So,
exactly. Okay,
tembak lah.
okay. I'm gonna just tembak.
Okay.
This is for me personally. I would do 200 on a family car,
Okay.
and I'll do 100 on my fun car.
Okay.
So the fun car would probably be a maybe an EK or an EG.
Wait, but that we have to take into account also. If let's say you're looking at
Wait, but
EK,
that's
EG,
cash already.
yeah, that's cash buy. That's
Oh,
not
we're
loan.
talking
So we
about-
need,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
okay. So let's put a cap
okay,
here.
okay.
If it's a cash
Okay,
toy,
okay.
then it has to be below 30.
Yeah,
Because that
maybe
is
around
realistic to spend on a cash
okay,
toy. Yeah.
okay. So if it's,
EKs and all that, like just full on throw money.
okay, if it's
Yeah.
30k, it can still be an EK. Because I mean, for me personally, I drive a Satya 1.6 single cam, so I always wanted to try a VTEC.
Okay.
So not necessarily an EK9,
EK4.
maybe an EK4 sedan
Okay.
with a small B16B, or maybe
Yeah,
if
16B
I'm lucky
good.
enough, I can get a B18C. If it's a B16B, then I can change it to a B20B block. So 30k will be, if I'm talking about cash, 30k will be sourcing for a VTEC. Doesn't matter a sedan or hatchback.
Okay.
So to finance, does it give me more budget for my family car
It
then?
does, it does. If you put 30k cash here,
Yeah.
Right?
you now have 200 plus.
So
to
let's say
work-
250.
to loan
But
your.
it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go full on.
Yeah, exactly. You
that's
could
true,
keep
that's true, that's
you could keep spare because 30 you buy this EK. You keep
Okay.
another 50 to mess around with it.
Yep.
Can my budget buy an Arteon?
Oh, you're pushing it though?
If I'm
Because the
not
current
is
Arteon
269, right?
it's a bit
No,
more now. It's
no,
278, I think.
I think it's
Fucking
close
hell.
to 290 now because
Ah.
of the facelift. With
We
the
we
IQ
may be
drive.
wrong. We may be
Oh,
wrong,
shit.
but just to what roughly we have in our minds right now. I know it's our top end of 200s.
Oh.
Yeah. So
It used
think
to be
Arteon's out.
240.
Yeah, exactly.
but that was the non-4 motion. Now
It is
fast
4 motion. It's just without the IQ drive because the new facelift is with IQ drive.
Can I buy
That's
it
the
without the
biggest
IQ drive?
No, now it's only one variant you can buy.
It,
Correct?
it has always been only one variant, but I'm not sure if you can still buy old stock or you buy second hand. If you can buy second hand, then it's about 210, 220.
I would get an Arteon. It's
So Brian
it's
is
a
locking
very
in.
beautiful car. I mean, it's a sports back, right?
Yeah,
It has
I-
a huge ass boot, and it's actually very, very spacious.
And I have no
Yes,
doubt
it
it's pretty
is.
quick though.
And it's very
Yeah,
quick.
I
I mean,
know
for me,
that.
in that car, it's really, really quick.
Yeah.
I've sat in one of the R4 motions before. It's pretty good. So, okay, I answered.
Okay.
So I'll have an Arteon, new or used, doesn't
Okay.
matter. And I'll have a
EK.
EK, EG, or whatever it is.
With whatever spare cash.
With
flow.
whatever spec, yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's a VTEC.
Okay.
Right.
Feeling?
This is tough.
It is actually.
It is.
Because-
It is.
I've thought about this quite a few times before. So
Mhm.
like, let's say if I get a cash buy car, maybe a Satya just for fun, or an Inspira to do a 2.4 convert, or maybe a E36 so that I could start playing with drifting. Right. And then at the same time, I also kind of want a 86 or BRZ, but it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's around 150, 160 for 2019 car.
BRZ?
Yeah.
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 That's a
cause
young one.
That's a young
The
one.
facelift with the
Facelift
quarter digital.
Facelift
Yeah.
2 liter, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
still 2 liter. Cause
It's
the
still the
2.4
FA20, no? FA20.
Oh, not the 24 yet.
Yeah, the 2.4 one is
Oh,
It's
that's
at
220k, I think.
220.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
basically new at 220
Yeah,
to 30.
and it's quite famous for their RTV issue, I think. The
But-
oil pickup.
It's an easy fix.
Yeah. But the thing is, if we buy, it's a recon. We don't know if the previous owner
Just fix it lah.
actually did any damage to it or not.
True. Fair
Uh,
enough.
That's the worrisome
Fair
part
enough.
lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and we
that's-
have to consider that lah.
That's
Yeah.
170k.
150, 160.
Okay, let's
Around that.
say 160.
Yeah.
So you have about
You have
140 left
yeah.
for a daily
For your
family car that could last maybe 5 years or 7 years.
Yeah. So that would be harder to get a family car if it's at 140, I feel. Because let's say, if we're looking at the Civic, it's already 160 and 70, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Civic.
Yeah, Civic RS.
Huh? 160?
It's
Yeah.
not.
I
It's
thought
not.
it's about 140 plus.
No,
No,
that's
not anymore.
Oh, the
that's the
RS
trim
is
before,
more.
yeah.
Serious?
Even the cheaper variant is 150, isn't it?
No.
No.
No, I'm
Below
sure they start at
150.
130, 140.
Yeah.
I think 140 is the lowest. With the
Damn. No,
Yeah.
fuck, the Civic is 160.
It used to be 120, right?
Yeah.
The most
exactly.
expensive of the RS with the Hon sensing.
whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
everything
Everything.
lah, or the all in lah.
And then there's the Mazda 3, which is
The Mazda
very
3 is
famous.
always going to be my pick lah.
Mm.
But
It's,
sorry, this is your show.
it's very famous for its handling.
Yeah.
It looks good also,
And like,
but
gearbox.
but the downside of it is that it's not spacious for a C segment. It's not spacious at all. But the interior quality is way.
it ticks every other
better.
box.
Yeah,
It literally ticks
It
every
ticks-
other box.
yeah, a lot of the boxes except for the space, the interior space.
But for you, is space a very important thing? If you have a family, let's say of one or two.
If you ask me, I wouldn't
Long
give a
term?
shit about my back passenger lah.
No, I mean if you have a baby, you need a baby seat.
But
That will
baby
take up one
wouldn't
and a
take up
half.
so much seat. But the
No.
BRZ can fit a baby in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even my
Because baby
CRZ
seat
could
only,
fit a baby seat. There's fixed behind.
Yeah. But I think this is a long term thing. Like,
yeah.
how
I mean,
long
yeah,
does
yeah,
this
I mean
go?
not only in terms of space lah, it's in terms of comfort as well, for the family, for the baby, for the
Okay,
wife.
my opinion, having sat in the Mazda 3 driving right in the back, is spacious enough.
But is it for a long trip? Let's say all the way to Penang or maybe JB for 300
not, right?
I genuinely feel it's okay. But I feel
That
it has
I-
nicer seats than the Civic
Mm.
for long journeys. I don't know why the Civic seats feel hard after a while. Yeah. Initially it's nice. After a while it gets firm side, maybe something, whatever the cushion inside. But the Mazda 3 seats just feel more comfortable for a longer period of time.
But the Civic has more leg room at the.
I agree. It has more of the left and right room somehow. Like for
not
your
just
for
left
your
and right, front and back also.
Hmm.
But no SUV because not a fan of SUV. Yeah. Around.
Wait, so you're cutting it close with the Mazda 3 and the BRZ because they are actually above budget.
Slightly above lah.
Yeah.
How much is the Mazda 3?
170, 180.
No, not 180.
God, there's been a slight price increase. If I'm
The
not
high
mistaken.
plus, because we are only considering the high.
Highest.
Yeah.
variant.
So if I'm not mistaken, that is a 167. 165.
Okay, assuming it's 180 lah.
Mm.
Give and take is 180.
Everything lah. Road
Yeah,
tax,
yeah, on the road lah. On the road
insurance.
180. So
How
you
much
have-
extra? 170 lah.
Okay lah.
Okay lah, 170.
We-
Okay lah,
We are not so sure about the
Okay.
current market price because everybody may have different discounts or
Okay,
whatnot.
170.
Yeah, so let's say it's 170.
So you have another 130 to get a toy.
Yeah.
But it depends as well. That's why I was asking if family car matters more than the track car or the fun car.
It seems like it's going in that direction.
Yeah.
Because actually for me, right, it will always I would drive my toy car every day.
Yeah, but
Like I only have one car now. I brought it to the track. I've driven it daily.
but
so-
with a family, I suppose it's very different.
It's hard to do both.
With a
yeah,
baby,
it's hard to do both.
Yeah.
Lah. That's why it's always at least two cars. Lah. It's also a question of whether will we be selling our current car to get the next car.
Nah.
Can't let go this year.
Mm.
Okay, so assuming Mazda 3, 170k. So what are you going to do with the rest of the 130?
If I can't get the BRZ, right, or the 86.
Can you?
Which you can't
with
for
130,
If I can't,
You'll get the
it's,
2012.
you get the
Yeah,
first
2012
generation.
will be
14
very of 120, 100, 110.
You can get it just over 100.
But it's the age is already
That's
9
the
years.
first batch
And-
86, is
and-
it?
And boxer
First
engines
step,
are still, they need work.
There are still
Yeah.
boxer
They
engines.
are hard to take care of,
And
man.
if it's a
Chemicals
9-year
and
car,
stuff.
your interest rate for the loan is
Yeah.
going to be very expensive.
Yeah. So at minimum for
Oh.
130, you're getting a 2013, 2014, which
Yeah.
is next year you're already 10 years.
Yeah.
Anything else besides BRZ 86?
I
that
have
you would
answers, but
want?
I will-
Yeah, I have answers also.
That's it.
No, but this is your choice.
Yeah,
So you
this is
gotta
your
find
choice.
your second one now. You found your first, which is the Master 3,
No,
right?
Yeah,
if,
Master
if,
3.
if the 86 or BRZ doesn't work out, it will definitely cut down to maybe an E36 for fun.
Okay.
Because I have a front wheel drive car, I want a rear wheel drive car.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's a good toy because the E36 market is also going up now. So chances are you won't be at so much of a loss at some point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
old BM is always going to be an investment. It seems to be in that direction.
Okay, so it's a Mazda 3 and potentially an E36 drift
Yeah.
car. Drift track toge car lah,
Oh, yeah,
altogether.
just
it's
call
a
it
toy
a car
car.
lah.
Toy car. That's a good one, man. I would, yeah, an E36 is dope lah. With a 2.5.
Mm. Your turn, babe. What would you do?
I feel like my daily is going to be the 1 Series because I think that's a, a very complete car. It has enough space for the family needs, which I see myself using, not just for a couple of years, for a while. Because girlfriend, occasionally fetching family, couple of friends around. I think there's no issues. It's not the most spacious. It's going to be a little bit tight, but I genuinely feel it is livable tight. That kind of thing. And if it's really a long journey with many other friends, I have friends with bigger cars, so I'll be fine giving. And if it's car guy friends, everybody's going to bring their own car.
It's true.
So I feel it ticks the boxes. Also because I refuse to let the daily be just the daily. It needs to also back me up when my toy car isn't working 9 times out of 10. So that's why the 1 Series, because the 1 Series can do both. It is the compromise, just nice in between
It's
there.
a rear-wheel drive, right?
It's the last rear-wheel drive on 1 Series.
What year would that be?
2016, what, 2017.
Does it come in a manual?
120?
Huh?
120 or 118?
120. The 118 is a bit more expensive because it's younger still. It's 2018 like that. But 120 because no replacement for displacement.
So it's a 2-liter turbo.
No, 1.6. Prince
1.6
engine.
turbo.
1.6 turbo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So far, touch wood, the only issue it has is the timing chain system wears out.
Ah,
Doesn't
normal
break
lah.
prematurely,
Yeah, that one
but it
normal
wears
lah.
out.
Ah,
That's
damn, you
normal.
said Prince Engine, and then I
Yeah.
recall Mini GP that you shared.
Oh,
Oh,
if I had cash, mini GP. But that's not the toy. So it's
Yeah.
going to be the 1 Series for the daily, which is now the most expensive 120i before nego whatever is about 115. So realistically, let's say you max it out like 120. So I have 180 left to play for the toy. So 180, obviously the BRZ is very high up there because it's
Yeah.
a sweet spot. 180, which means I can get a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
2020 even. So it's like the most latest or whatever. But I do not know. I genuinely don't know why I'm hesitating, because I want the toy to be a BM.
Wait, you want the toy to be a BM?
Yes.
I already have a feeling that both of his choices will
No,
be a
yeah,
BM.
you know why? Because I gotta stick to the roots where they can do both. They can create a product which is on the more smarter side, the 1 Series, and then a product which is a full toy. But the thing is, there are no M's under 200. There are no M235i's also under 200. So I feel like I would take the
Can you get a 335?
can,
The
but I don't know about that.
E92
Too old,
335.
cash only.
Okay.
The youngest is 2010.
What's
Yeah.
180? What can you get?
I feel like it's going to be a BRZ.
Well, you could get an MX-5 too.
Mm.
I'm not a... Okay, I love the MX-5. I generally do, but it's just not enough. Just out of preference of that stupid level of drifting around and all that. The MX-5 is a sharp drifter, but I hope there's not going to be much hate for this. You can't drift an MX-5 too much because it doesn't have that much of power to be drifting like the crazy drifting. I'm not saying it's a bad car. I'm just saying like for the different requirement of like tire smoke pouring out and you're linking corner to corner, like I'm sure MX-5 people also know that for a fact, like the full on drifting like long stuff, you can't do that with a normal one because you do run out of torque anyway. For Toge and all that, I'm sure it's amazing, and any track stuff is going to be amazing, like super tight and all that. I genuinely do love the MX-5, but I want the BRZ for its bigger size, that the fact that you can swing it about.
Can carry
I
the
kind of like
momentum
that feeling, and
better.
I just feel it looks better. I genuinely feel it looks better. It has that playboy, throw the car around kind of naughty, messing around kind of thing, which also made me consider should I want to get a Z4 or not. But there's only Z4 within this thing is a bit too old.
Z4. What else can you get for 180?
A toy? Not much.
But
Of course, we have the option of doing the cash thing like what you guys said lah, but everybody knows what I'm going to answer, right?
But your
Cash thing
requirement.
is very
Yeah.
yeah.
For the sake of argument, it'll be an E30 and then throw in another 40-50k for the 3-liter swap, manual, LSD, the whole thing. So
That means the toy car will be 10 out of 10 in the workshop.
yeah,
That's
that's why I wanted something, because you see the BRZ, I can still use it. Like if anything happens, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no issue using it. And that enjoyment comes every time you drive.
so your requirement is it must be a rear-wheel drive.
Must.
Okay.
Both
It
his
must
choices
be a
are
rear-wheel
rear-wheel
drive. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
both
is
your
a
choices are
possibility,
rear-wheel drive.
if it's a front-wheel drive, it needs to be a really good one. And the first thing that pops in my head is the Megane.
Ooh.
Like the Megane is something I hold very highly because it is a very snappy. You got to team the car into
But
the
it's
corners.
also very
kind of
old
thing.
already.
Yeah,
right?
It is
Megane
old.
is very
It
old.
is old. That's the thing. But I like that the playfulness it has, which is like you might die, but you won't. If you catch it, you won't die. You know, that kind of thing. Again, because you got to take into consideration the driving style. So if I was this person, it'd be the BRZ
And the 1 Series.
and the 1 Series.
Nice.
Yours will be the
Arteon,
Arteon.
and a Civic
and the Civic.
And
Mine will be a Mazda 3
and an E36.
and an E36.
So I'm the only one who bought both on loan lah.
Yeah.
Damn. Shit.
Because
That's how the banks win lah.
yeah, the choices. I don't know, for a new car. Okay, let's say new car below 200k. What are the options?
None.
For people like us, there's actually few options.
More than 3.
No.
No.
Okay, even if it's Recon, second hand.
Recon is also quite hard. I surveyed Muda.
Ew,
There's
someone's
no
buying an EV.
Lexus, no.
Lexus.
You have lah, Lexus NX, UX.
Ew, no thanks.
SUVs, no thanks. A lot of A-class, A180 I think.
No.
We're talking about sub 200, right?
Yeah, it's up 200 Recons.
Sub 200 Recon. You can't even get a C class.
No,
C180
it's all A-class.
maybe?
I could consider the F30 330i if one more space. But you see, then it reduces my budget for the BRZ. Because a good 330i, and you can get the one with the B48, so it's problem free. Then you can get no. You can get about
I think it's
170.
below 200, right?
160, 170 you can get.
Oh, is it?
Young one, 2019, right before the G20 came. Yeah. So those are options. But then my toy will be the 1 Series lah. If I flip it around. If the 3 Series becomes a daily, the toy is the 1 Series, so then I can mod the shit out of it lah. Because I love a hatchback body. I really love a hatchback body.
Knowing you, there's no daily. There's only race car.
It's less race car and race car.
Hashtag because race car.
Yes. So that's our what buy segment. That
What by?
neatly wraps us up for this week. We are at about
But why
more
don't
than
you
half an
guys
hour
tell
now.
us if you are in that position, what would you get for your toy and your daily?
Yeah, just comment.
With 300,000, what would
Comment.
you get?
Exact. Comment or DM and whatever other personality and scenario which you want us to answer, just put it out there. Just anything. Maybe it's a 50-year-old person who just gonna retire, so he's like cashing out EPF, got $1 million there. What would you buy? What did you do with the money? Don't ask us life advice, car advice. Why am I taking the mic? Camera's there. Look at the mic and talking.
I mean, I believe some of you are facing some sort of like dilemma in choosing cars with a budget as well.
We do that every day with
Yeah,
fantasy
so
budgets.
you just shoot us a DM Of course,
Yeah.
we'll make it. We'll remain it as anonymous. Yeah. And then we'll discuss hopefully in the next what buy
Yeah.
Yeah. But disclaimer, these are just advices from our opinion,
Yeah.
not necessarily meaning that it's the best choice or
Neither is it right.
Yeah. It's just from
Yeah.
our
This is
kind of
just
perspective.
personal
We gotta do more
preference.
fact checking also before we come for this lah. I don't even
Yeah.
know the price that the Mazda,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Civic is now touching 160.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that wraps us up for podcast episode 2. Episode 3 will come down the line eventually. And please subscribe, like, share the shit, DM us stuff. And we'll listen to y'all again. Bye.
Ciao.
That should be good.
Woo. And then later we realized he didn't press the record button.
Actually,